Now we're going to analyze the data. We're looking at skin conductance. This here is the baseline control condition. I can scroll down here by using this little scroll bar. So I have a baseline control and then a number of startles that occurred during the control period when the person was just sitting. And then you can see now the conditions changed, and now we have biofeedback, we baseline biofeedback, and then startles that are occurring while the person is viewing their output on the screen, so using biofeedback. And the instructions tell me to examine the recording. I may need to use the compression buttons or auto scale. I recommend auto scale, just kind of one button that allows you to zoom in or out as needed. You're gonna want to be friends with this button. And first we're gonna measure the latency. This is how long it takes the reaction to kick in. So if you're sitting there and someone pokes you or makes a loud noise all of a sudden, how long did it take your nervous system to kick in, turn on the sweat glands, and then start increasing your skin conductance and start getting this reaction here? So let's take a look. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here as well. And the instructions say to place the marker on the comment. So the marker is this guy over here, this capital letter M, and I want to put it on this vertical line here. That's the comment. So I do that, and then the next thing I do is I place the point selector. So here we have a point selector or a range value. So I'm just going to do the single point, and I want to put that at the base of this curve. So I click on it, and then I just put it to where the line here showing skin conductance right before it starts to go up. And if I do that, I can see that it registered about 1.35 seconds. So that's the latency. So I will do that. The next thing I'm going to do is the amplitude. So I'm going to move the point selector to the peak. Right there, the top, the peak of the skin conductance reaction. And that gives me a magnitude or an amplitude of the skin conductance of 8.33 microsiemens. Put that there. And then the last thing I'm going to check for this one is the duration. To measure the duration, I'm going to place the marker at the beginning of the curve. There we go. So this whole up and down thing. And then I want to put the point selector where the baseline is reached again. So where it starts to go down, it kind of seems like it's going to flatten off a little bit. So I'm going to try and be patient with this. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go down to about here. And so that took 37.6 seconds. And I will do that for each startle control. If I lose the marker, I can just bring it over here. And then I can return the point selector and do the same exact steps for the next skin conductance reaction for the next startle. I will do all of the startles, and then I can start with the biofeedback one when I scroll forward and see the biofeedback startles, and do the same exact thing here. Click on the M, bring it over, click on the selector, bring it to the start. That gives us our latency. Do the amplitude. And the duration. Duration is hard to gauge when it returns back to baseline. I'm going to say, oh boy, right around here it seems. And so here we can see that I've done that for the for the first of 3 startles with the biofeedback.